we still get to use my dad's Can-Am for a little bit longer. There's still quite a bit of snow up north. But today is a big day. We are moving out some of the Early Girl, Sun Gold tomatoes and Mountain Fresh. And then I decided I'm going to try to move out 2 of the early jalapenos and see how they do. They'll stunt a little bit with the colder nights, but the tunnel shouldn't get under where I'm putting these. They shouldn't get under somewhere around like 40 degrees. Peppers, typically, I won't put them out until I can get the tunnel to be about 45 degrees or more. So we'll see how those go. But tomatoes seem to be a little more tolerant, and I want to harden some of these off pretty quickly. I also have more violas. We moved out all of the ranunculus in crates today and the ones that are in pots. So you can see for Mother's Day, we're trying to do some of these hanging baskets. So these have the hooks that we'll put in. We've got some planters, violas on the outside and ranunculus on the center there. Got some of the giant pansies still growing. I need to water over here pretty badly. And then more ranunculus potted plants for Mother's Day, hopefully. Will be ready. They'll be probably budded around Mother's Day. They won't be blooming yet, so it'll be kind of a fun gift for people to give. And so I also got the rest of this bed here. It's about 12 feet long. It's 1.5 or so of the 8-in-1 Birdie's beds. It was half of the long tomato bed here. This is planted with all radishes. It's an Easter egg radish, which they're pinks, reds, whites, purples. Really pretty, make gorgeous bunches. These are being grown for Growing Places, a local nonprofit distributor, actually Local Foodworks, their sister nonprofit. So it's looking more empty in here, which is good because it is really hot. So all the cold weather stuff had to get moved out because we don't have the shade cloth on here yet. When there's still a chance of snow, it's really dangerous to actually have the shade cloth on. So we won't put it on until May. We will start rolling up the sides really quickly. I moved one of the dog crate trays out here so that I can do some bottom watering with these tomatoes. But we'll start to actually even do some top watering just to get them moving and get some more airflow with them and more stressors. Although the Early Girl and some of the Sun Gold, I'm hoping to plant in the grow bags back there. It's going to be a really busy week because as we've continued to prepare the area for the tunnel, there's a lot more labor needed here and tractor work. And we also had to get more fill for the bank back there. And we have to level this out. It will have a slight slope, but right now it's kind of wonky. So we need to fix all of that. So we're getting fill delivered this week. We've got multiple freights. The solar package is going to come for the tunnel this week. We also have the end panels, the polycarb end panels for the tunnel are coming this week. And all of the fiber dust grow bags, which are coco core. So it's coconut that's shells that are washed. It's a 70-30 mix from Fiber Dust is the company. And we're getting tubes and 3-gallon grow bags that are pre-filled. And because we have an EIN business account with a company, local company, Griffin's, we're able to get those pretty cheaply. And it's only was $45 for our total delivery from that vendor all at once. So we're also getting the hanging baskets and the other things as well. So it makes it financially worth it, but also having the less labor this year is really important. And because we're going to put the grow bags eventually into the tunnel out here and then a couple in here, being able to plant the plants but then move them is going to be really helpful because we don't expect to have the tunnel done until about June 1st. So all of that is going to be happening here. I'll try to keep everybody updated. I know a lot of people have been messaging me about excited to follow along. I also need to keep these ranunculus cool. They don't want to be really above about 75 degrees soil temperature. And they're starting to really come into it, so I'm excited about that. I need to, I'll be bringing the tomatoes out, I'll show you in a minute, but they're going to go underneath that table, so they'll be partially shaded from the table. And then I'm also going to be covering them with shade cloth. The rest of the week is cloud and rain, so I'm setting myself up for some really good couple days of not having to bring things in and out based on having the lower light right now. It's late afternoon, it's about 4:30, so they'll have a little bit of actual sun now. They'll have shade, the ag cloth, ag 15 I think is one of the lower ag cloths. If it gets sunny in the morning for some reason, I will come out and double it up, but we'll probably do a single layer this time, and then keep that on. So between the 6 mil plastic, the table, and the fabric, it will decrease the intensity of the sun. So when you're hardening off for wind, which there's not that much in here. You're hardening off, I think the turkeys are out. You're hardening off for the sun, obviously, and then also the temperature swings, which the cloth will also aid in, and the tunnel will aid in. And then we have the electric heater that comes right inside the door, will be aimed right at those tomato plant areas, although nice spacing to make sure that no fire issues or things like that. Now that this front bed is kind of cleared out, the lettuce isn't really taken off in here. We'll probably dig some of this soil out and put a fresh topper on that soil. I also need to come through and fertilize everything over the next week. But we are also getting deliveries of our Lysianthus this week, which is really, really exciting. Goal right now is to plant most of this bed with Lizzies, this whole bed potentially with Lizzies, and then fill more of those bulb crates with Lizzies, and then we'll also pot some up to sell, and we will also eventually plant more out here in the field, but it's too wet and haven't prepped that yet, so those plugs will stay transplanted into potentially, I think, probably go 4 packs, just to give them a little bit of space. Usually when they come, like, they recommend to get them in the ground or transplanted within 3 days. So it's a lot of really fast work. But from the house, we were thinking it'd be really pretty to see the Lizzies right here, and they will double bloom. They'll have, they should go through 2 full blooming sessions for the cuts. So I'm excited about that. Now that we have this bed ready, and then, yeah, we still have to set a bunch of these beds. We have to fix the ground level here. We have this last bed here that still needs to get installed and then filled. And then we have these other beds that are going to extend the other cattle panel tunnel side out over there. We also have additional beds that potentially will go inside the tunnel for raised beds. So we'll see how it all goes, but I will update you guys once I get the tomatoes so you can see what that looks like. If you have any questions on what we're doing or how we're doing it or anything, feel free to add a comment below. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't. It helps our channel. And then also you can always find us on Instagram and Facebook. All right, so you can see that I've wrapped the cloth so it hangs down on the back side, which is west, and then I've got another cloth here. I'll close up all of these on the front here, and just the tomatoes and these 2 peppers I'm going to sneak in over here. And again, this is to protect it from the temperature swings and also the sun, and cut down on the intensity.